The woman being made whole, I believe, was a foreshadowing of what was happening on the cross. Listen, the blood was considered unclean. She was not supposed to be out in public. If she touched Jesus, that would mean that Jesus was unclean. But the very thing that was considered to make one clean and in need of isolation is the very thing that Jesus shed on the cross so that we can be saved. In her touching him and being healed, it represented what his blood would do for us, how his blood would wash us, how his blood would place our sins as far as the east is to the west, how his blood would have so much power in it that it didn't matter what we did, it didn't matter what we've been through, it didn't matter what we thought, it didn't matter what anyone else thought about us, we would be made whole. We'll be made whole in our mind. We'll be made whole in our body. We'll be made whole in our finances. We will be made whole in every area of our lives because of his blood. So when he healed her of her issue, he cleansed that unclean thing and he uses it to wash and purify us and make us whole. Even to today, his blood, it heals us, it delivers us, it sets us free because there's power in his blood. And the blood will what? It will never lose its power. Jesus, I believe, was letting the people in the crowd know that the blood would be the very thing that he would use to save them. The thing that you think is unclean is the same very thing that I'm going to take and I'm going to save you. So I said that to say, it doesn't matter what anybody thinks of you. It doesn't matter the thoughts that they have of you, the mistakes that you made in your past, how people may judge you according to your past, things that happened, things that you did 20 years ago, things that you were addicted to 20 years ago that God has freed you from. It doesn't matter if people still hold you to that. God will take that very thing and use it to cleanse someone else because he'll take your testimony. As long as you're saying that God did it, he can take that very thing that was unclean in your life and use it to heal somebody else because of your testimony, because of your faith, because you are proving and you are proof that God is a just God. He's a forgiving God. He's a loving God. He doesn't remember what you've done. He wants to love on you. That very thing, whatever that is that you just thought of in your life, that when people look at you, they see and they call you that very thing that you did. She's an ex-alcoholic. She's an ex-adulteress. She's an ex-stripper. She's an ex-hooker. That very thing, whatever that thing is, God can take that thing because you touched them with your faith, and he's going to use it to cleanse every other person that's going to come your way.